Hello, everyone. CFRM here. Unfortunate announcement. We tried to get Raikou Rider's stream working repeatedly, and his streaming program just kept crashing. Things did not work out. So we're going to go ahead and move on to Mega Man 2 by MrCab, as you can see here. And so we're going to get this set up real quickly and get back to the actual runs as opposed to, leaving you hanging forever trying to get something that probably isn't going to working. Thanks for your patience and apologies for these issues. I know Lost Levels is a cool run, so if you're looking forward to it again, sorry.
All right. Are we good to go, or?
I believe I'm ready.
As long as I'm coming through okay, we can get started in just a minute. All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to a Mega Man 2 run. We're going to get started in just a moment. I think everybody knows this game. Hopefully we can bring Everlasting Peace this time. Though he's not disguised as Mr. X anymore. Or yet. I don't know how this works with time travel. I should probably actually give you a countdown. Let me just reset quick. I'm trying to be smooth as if I'm running the timer here. You ready for a countdown? All right, in 3, 2, 1,
Yep.
Go. All right. So I'm sure lots of people remember seeing the Mega Man 2 tournament from this spring. Lots of people are probably familiar with the route, but if you're not, we're going Flashman first. Pretty much every Mega Man 2 route that is a kind of true record attempt goes this way. Although you see some weird stuff happen when you go with zipless strats. This run is going to be on normal. Simply put, I'm not nearly as fast on the difficult mode. Only real difference, enemies have half as many hit points. You do twice as much damage on normal. Either way, it's easier to kill stuff. That and on the normal mode, which is only available on the US cart, by the way, there's a lot more drops. So especially when we go through the so-called mole hole of Wily 2, expect to see a lot of large life drops and weapon drops and lots of slowdowns. Like right there, have to dodge these things to keep moving quickly. So Flashman, probably the only stage in this run where not much is happening, except also Wily 3, but that's a long ways away. This last jump, a little tricky. Okay. Now the nice thing about Flashman, he jumps every time you hit him. So if you know how to manipulate that, we can make this fight pretty quick. He won't be able to reach the left wall. Well, I didn't reach the wall, but I killed him a lot slower than I wanted to. If there are any donations out there, Mega Man 2 is famous for having these really long Dr. Light speeches, and we're about to get one.
Let me check here.
While we get item 3. Legend holds one day.
Last one I see is Dark Terex donating $10. Last one I see is Dark Terex. Oh, there's a new one that just popped up actually from.
Ooh.
Oh, there's a new one that Celsius or
from Celsius.
Yeah, I was guessing it was going to be pronounced Celsius, but I wasn't sure. I was guessing it was $10. Go Cab. Good luck in air, man. $10.
Shoutouts to the metric system.
Good luck in air, man.
We are going to go air second. I spent a lot of the week actually trying to learn fast air, and I just do not feel consistent enough at it to hold up this marathon. So we're going to get to see the super jump instead. People talk about the fast air strat saving a lot of time. Actually, it does save quite a bit more time if you manage to not get hit during it. But we're going to do something slightly different. As we are taking this ride, we're going to get as far on these platforms as we can, except this one. If I go too far on this next Lightning Lord gets too low. And when I do that jump, he knocks me out of the air with his lightning bolt, and we fall to our death, and we all cry. So right about here. Do need a pause buffer to finish that jump, but ooh, I'll take that. We are across. That saves a few seconds. Not nearly as fast as fast air, but still nice. Pausing in the jump, if you're unfamiliar with the physics of Mega Man 2, every time you pause in a jump, you reset Mega Man's falling momentum. This jump's a little tight. So whenever there's a jump that's looking a little close, I'm not sure what's going to happen with it, you see players kind of pause the game to just get a little extra distance out of it. A little turn back there to try and get the bird egg to come from the other direction. It didn't work out. Not a big deal. Just means we get more birds, and like most NES games, birds are jerks. Airman himself, obviously we still... well, actually not obviously. We do have the flash stop. We're out of ammo. It doesn't hurt Airman anyway, so we're still in Buster country. On the normal difficulty, it's not that bad, though. The only problem is some of these patterns, it's hard to hit him through. We're doing a good job of dodging, but we can't actually hit Airman. So the impossible boss is down. And Dr. Light's going to have one more really long message for us. Getting item 2 now. One day we'll get to see item 1. Pretty much any one of these weapon get screens, by the way. Great time to read anything you've got. So otherwise, these cutscenes, I know in the Japanese version, if you get a card of Rockman 2, besides not having the normal version, these cutscenes are actually about 10 seconds shorter. I've got to remember to give us some birds next time. Right now we just see the stars around Heatman. Does get boring after a while. So this is Heatman. If you're a Zipless fan, and besides this being one of the more fun Zipless stages, it actually has strats that are unique to that run. This is the first time we're really going to see a zip. Now, I'm not good at the item 3 throw, but we're going to see a little extra Zipless strat there. Or at least a baby strat. There's a lot of little things in this game. That's one of the nice things about Mega Man 2. There's so many alternate routes or alternate strats you can use that even if you're not a Fasta, you're not an Elonija. Shoutouts to Elonija, by the way. You can still have a lot of fun with this game and get through it pretty fast. So rather than go through the block jumps, we do have item 2, so we're just going to go for a ride. I'm getting a lot. Did we get a raid? Well, thank you for the chat spam. We're going to go fight Heatman now. We still don't have a weakness weapon. Bubble lead is what we would want to have for Heatman. We'll use it in the refights, but for now, we're just going to shoot this Buster Shot at him, jump through the flames, and start dodging. Heatman can do this little zip across the screen in either 30, 60, or 90 seconds. Frames, I should say. If it was 90 seconds, that would be a really long charge up. This last one, just stand right in his face, because you could take one hit if you did the stage properly. Might as well get as close to him as you can. You'll see the people who are better than me at this game do little jumps over Heatman's head, kind of the buffer jumps. They have the timing down so that as soon as they see Heatman start zooming across the screen, they're already over him. Makes it a little faster. So fortunately, this is the last one of these Dr. Light extra scenes. So the last 5 weapon get screens will be a lot faster. I'm looking up at my splits, the marathon nerves, making sure we go to the right boss. So Crashman's first stage where we see a kind of a iffy looking zip. It takes a damage boost here intentionally so that it's that much easier to get up this ladder. And this is the so-called Screen 2 zip. Just wait for Mega Man's head to get in there. Throw another item 2 and look left. I didn't talk about A triggers in the Heatman stage. That zip is an A trigger zip. This one was a B trigger. Save a couple of frames by switching weapons on that. If you have a Heatman charge when you die from a pit and you release it, you respawn that much faster. It's actually worth the time to pause and change weapons. It's kind of ridiculous. So more on zips in the next stage, I guess. For now, we get the Crash Crime. After this screen, if you've played this game, you know this. There's these towers of ladders, and you're getting bombarded by birds everywhere. It's really easy to get knocked off the ladder. And one of the ways to deal with it, I'm kind of doing a baby way of doing it, as we've been saying. Just jump on item 3s. They'll catch you when the birds hit you. If you're really good, the birds won't even hit you, and you go that much faster. It's awesome. This one, it's a little tricky. It kind of exploits the fact that really with all of those item 3s previously, and if you're good, the Heatman zip as well, there are spots on the ladder you can place your item 3 and just fall immediately onto it. You don't have to climb up over it. So you can move up the ladder much more expediently that way. Do we get one hit? Nope. It's possible to get a double hit on Crashman, which on normal will kill him. On difficult, it's a double hit. It still saves time, but you need to get a third hit in all the same. So I'm about to get in a Quick Man stage. We're going to be in the dark. I'm going to be really focused on not dying through all the lasers. So really, once we get down there, once we get in the ceiling, if there's any donations to read, that would be a good time to do it. The lasers at this stage, of course, are insta-kill, so we're going to have a lot of fun in a couple seconds. One, two, three. You want to tap A, and about 4 frames later, tap left. Just don't hit him at the same time, and here is the dark zip. We must use flash. Since on this screen we're going to walk off the edge where a laser would be. If you're not doing this insane zip, you don't need to use flash through this section. Now, because I have no regard for the marathon schedule, we're going to go for this. This could soft lock. And we're in. So yeah, if you go off the edge of the screen there, you kind of screen wrap into that next screen where you're walking on the top. You must face right at the edge of the screen. Or face a death. Most of the time you have to find an enemy to kill you. In that case, there's no enemy that can reach you, so you're out of luck. It's time to reset, put in a password. So now that we have quick boomerangs, we can go to one of the easier zips. It said when you are learning this game, the 3 easiest zips to pick up at first are the Heatman zip, the Metal Man zip, which we're about to do now, and the Bubble Man zip. Metal Man zip, arguably the easiest because you get to use a B trigger. So the A trigger I was just talking, you have to kind of time it right. The B trigger, just push B. As long as you're in that throwing animation, it's free. Just tap left during that, and you're good to go. Metal Man, the longest horizontal zip in the game, so it's a good one to pick up. There's a swag zip here that might save a second if you do it perfectly. If you do it really wrong, you can even soft lock. And this is the item 2 ride. Just want to be off the screen as these clowns spawn. Fortunately, this is not a 46 Robot Master race, so we do have item 2. Shoutouts to Baron. If you really want to see something crazy, ask Zoda to show off the zip here on the Metal Man fight. It's insane. What we're going to do, though, we're going to hold B. And it turns out Metal Man's pattern doesn't activate until you either cross the midway point of the room or you press B. If you're holding it down already, he doesn't do anything. Quick boomerangs, auto fire. You just stay just to the left of midway, and well, that's exactly what the fight should look like. So the good news is we picked up a 1-up. Obviously, the Crashman zip, we took a death. It's intentional. You go to a kind of a place in Zipland, whatever you want to call it, that is past the midway point. So when you take that intentional death, you respawn at midway. We're going to do the same concept here, except instead of midway, it's going to be the boss corridor through that boss gate. First, we got to get past these fire dogs. We don't really like them very much, so I don't want to even see them. You do have to do this mini zip here. Left. That looks okay. You have to be holding left so he looks left through the transition. Whew. And then immediately let go so he actually zips. So if we do this right, do a vertical zip here. More zipping. This looks very complicated and involved. It's a little bit, but it's not that hard to execute. All right, that's the jump I was missing a lot earlier today, so good. Another fun feature of auto fire, you will stay on the top rand of the ladder. All right, that's the last dangerous part. You have to hold left through this section here. And good wood. That was a little close. We went a little long with it. And this is normal, so we can actually use Heatman's weapon. It takes about as long as it takes Woodman to fire the leaf shield to get a full charge of heat together. Just need to be able to hear it. If this was difficult, that would not actually kill Woodman. So you'll see runners of difficult mode or of Rockman 2 use the air shooter to get through Woodman's shield and do a lot of damage to him that way. On to Bubble Man. Bubble Man migrating to the end of my route because of the 46 Robot Master tournament still going on Speed Gaming. After this marathon, you could probably catch it there. A lot of fun. So, again, we want to get this item 2 as high as we can in the air. All right, we're gonna have to jump. Oh no! Not that big a deal. Just lost a little bit of time. I did say that Bubble Man is one of the other easy zips to learn. Hardest jump in the game. Oh, almost. A left. No, we didn't get it. Damn. So you want to be on that, like, I don't know what to call that tile in the floor. There we go. Second try bubble zip. See, whereas some of them are free, the A triggers can be a little tricky. Don't hit the lanternfish, they hurt. We don't have an item. I guess we do have a little item 2, but not very. I don't think I've ever actually pulled off the item 2 zip here. Saves a little bit of time. Really tricky though, because you have to basically place the item 2 much like a magnet beam in Mega Man 1. Someone will tell me I'm wrong on that, but it's close to it where Mega Man lands on it and he's already standing in the ceiling. The problem is your ceiling is spikes in that case, so you need iframes to pull it off. And now for the longest beam out. We're going to see some Dr. Wily eyebrows in a moment. So if you want to crack open a soda, take a quick break here. Now's the time. Remember to not hit password. How's Tech Crew doing tonight? Nice. Nice.
Tech Crew's doing pretty good.
Shoutouts to Tech. Thankless job. You guys make these events happen. All right, Wily 1. So I'm kind of learning this. I feel confident enough to give it a shot here. And maybe I shouldn't have. Okay, we're good. We're going to look left on this sled here just so the bird spawns from the left. Can we make this jump? All right, we're good. And we have 1 point of item 2 remaining. Now, that hit's going to make this piece of toothpaste spawn and not get despawned by the bird. We're getting hit an awful lot here, actually. All right. Come on. All right, we're good. The new to me vertical zip here. And of course we do it terribly. Just a few seconds, no big worries. Figures in the marathon, you go for the strat you picked up a week ago and it doesn't quite work out. There are some item 3 strats I usually like to use here since I'm new to the vertical zip. That would save all the time of wandering back and forth on these screens. Saves a whole bunch of time. We're just gonna stick with item 1 and go. This vertical zip's a lot harder, actually, and everyone will tell you if you're not comfortable with it, don't waste your item 1s on it. Like most classic Mega Man games, once you're in the Wily Castle, your weapon energy does not refill between stages, so it's just not worth going for it if you're not going to get it. Especially since we did get the 1-up, we'd have to take 2 deaths to get the game over, continue with all of our weapon energy back. So, I'm sure this robot has an actual name. I've always called it Puff the Robot Dragon. More recently, it's become the Little Samson Dragon. If he bodies you, it is a one-hit kill. You'll see the real speedrunners of this game, as I like to say, stand on the back block. They do some manipulation walking onto the bottom block. I'm a little bit attached to my safety net of the top block so that even if I get knocked back, I'll fall on the middle one. Of course, it's a one-hit kill, so the only way you get knocked back is by fire. And on the normal difficulty, you should be able to take out the dragon before anything bad happens. On difficult, you might have to jump. So we used all of our item 2, so we got to go for this. Wow, that was terrible. As previously stated, we got a 1-up earlier, so we need to take 2 deaths before we are saved by the game over and get our item 2 back. But I was told I have to use pro strats today if I can, so. There we go. So that is the Wily 2 zip. It's a little slower than writing item 2 there, but combined with using item 2 and Wily 1, it's actually slightly faster, as long as you don't take a death like I did. This is the promised ball hole. We should see a lot of drops here that we really don't want anything from. You'll see a few of these drops actually zip. That 1-up's actually kind of nice. It means we can take accidental deaths in the refights. And up here, we just want to use Flash so we can get past all these stompers. You can use Flash for the mole hole itself. You'll take 1 hit using item 1 to jump over those stompers, but it does mess with your item 1 routing for the rest of the castle. So this is Pico Pico-kun. The middle 2 tiles on the bottom will never actually become one of these little butterfly things. I don't know what else to call them. And usually you want to just dodge to the right. It's the same pattern every time, so once you know it, you're safe. You just have to make sure you actually kill them. Difficult mode, of course, they take an extra hit. This one, I think, is the hardest one to dodge. Like, that's the biggest threat if you're not able to take a hit from any of them. So I did promise way back in Flashman that Wily 3 would be the next most boring stage. Really nothing going on in here. It is a deceptively tricky stage. Like, you should never die here, and usually whenever somebody says that, somebody shorts a jump and lands on a spike. So you can't completely fall asleep. I just kind of stopped there for a moment just to make sure I got the momentum reset. This fall, obviously, you can kind of see I'm able to walk off that ledge and float over that spikes just because of the way falling in water works. So right here, we can actually hold left through that transition. We're going to get over here and get around that ledge just to save this extra second of having our falling momentum reset. The top of that jump's a good place to reset the quick. Weapon we're going to need for the legendary Guts Dozer. Shoutouts to Mighty Number 4 from last night. Streamer, when is one jump? Not tonight. Apparently I'm still not Elo. Elo, I believe, is capable of getting the one jump. It takes 7 boomerangs to knock out the Guts Dozer. And most mere mortals can't get that much mashing out. Let's build a rainbow. I'm not sure what's going on, but cool. Alright. So we're going to get one more item 1 refill here because I'm bad at video games. We're going to get an item 2 because I'm even worse at video games. But that's fine. We're going to go for the so-called sexy zip here. And fail it miserably. You can actually grab the very top of the ladder. It will pop Mega Man up an extra tile into the ceiling and zip. As long as you're holding up, you'll just grab the ladder then on top of the Met. There is a pretty free vertical zip here. Just want Mega Man's heel over that corner in the floor. Just hit A 3 times. Don't hit it more than that. You'll land in those spikes and you'll be upset. See if we can get this one. Nope. Alright, so this level, if you're familiar with the Mega Man 2 run, they actually call it Purple Hell. And we're about to see why. These platform sections, besides just being a little slow, is pretty easy to end up on the spikes. Next screen especially, we intentionally go on the spikes. And try and survive with the power of iframes. And that doesn't even start talking about the boss we're going to have to fight in a few minutes. Can make that. So this fall, again, we want to pause and stop momentum. There is an item 1 strat here that saves the pausing. But that's why I said I was bad at video games, since I picked up the item 2 drop earlier. Alright, one more zip. And we're in. Let's see if we can take out the Boo Beam. You can't really miss a lot. And let's go to work. We don't have any E-tanks, so this could get scary. Nice, we got the double hit on the walls there. So we still have a crash bomb left. We killed it slightly faster than we normally would. If we were playing on difficult, that crash bomb is actually really important. Use that on the Wily machine. If I had more life left, more than anything else, I would have gone for the damage transfer, as it's called. I had to remember the name there, where you can take out both of those last two turrets with a single crash bomb. It's kind of crazy. I can't really explain it, but you just walk into one and the damage is somehow attached to Mega Man. I'm going to take this energy just because it's a marathon. We already took a death. That's going to ruin PV pace. So yeah, Quick Man, he used Buster. Welcome to the first teleporter room in the Mega Man series. Crash Man still goes down to air. I did mention you would do the Woodman fight with air on difficult. Let's just show that off a little bit. Obviously, he'd take more hits there, and we already screwed it up. Not that bad, though. You can hit him through the shield. You can, I should say, hit him through the shield with it there. So Airman, we don't switch to a weapon right away. We want to see what pattern he gives us. That is awful, so we will not go to Leaf Shield. The nice thing about having Buster on normal is you can actually defeat Heatman with one Buster shot and 2 bubbles instead of 3 bubbles. On difficult, the Buster shot doesn't save you a bubble, so it's not worthwhile. And we didn't get the life drop, so we're going to need to get another one later. This, as they say, is Metal Row. 3 bosses, all weak to Metal Blades. Notably, Metal Man himself. Don't blink, you'll miss it. Bye, Metal. A single Metal Blade will take out Metal Man on normal. It's crazy. Flash Man again jumps when he's hit. So high, low, low, high, low, high, I should say. Do want that energy drop. The bad thing about taking the Zip in Wily 2 is you don't get an E-Tank for your troubles there. So let's see if I can actually get the kill with the Crash Bomb here. You want to hit the bottom as he's moving backwards. And we just missed it. On normal, it's not really necessary to do that. The Metal Blades, you can still take them out pretty fast, just mashing. So we're going to be coming up on time as soon as the alien starts exploding and disappears from the screen. Every time I talk to someone about Mega Man 2, the first thing they say, oh, that's the one with the alien, right? I don't have enough item 1s. This is a terrible idea. I didn't think that would actually go off the screen like that. Well, Wily 6 Zip is a trick that has escaped my memory since I was playing this game a lot in the spring. So we're going to go for a walk. The one nice thing is these drops of acid or whatever it is are timed to fall when Mega Man is centered on the screen. So if you can get to the edge before it starts scrolling like that, they'll all fall behind you. You just have to hold right. It's nice and simple. There is a quick damage boost in this fight we're going to use and hopefully kill him immediately before he completes the figure 8. Time. Nice.
31-12.
That's not bad for me. I think my PB is a 30-11 from the middle of that tournament, and I haven't come close to it really the last couple of weeks, but 31's been the average. So nice. That is Mega Man 2, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's see, do we know what's coming up next?
Coming up next is Mr. Shasta.
The Nightmare in Dreamland.
Nightmare in Dreamland.
Nice. I like Kirby games.
But yeah, thank you for the run, Mr. Cab, and we're going to go ahead.
Have a good night, everybody. Keep watching
on over.
and donate.
Bye.